Morning. Not your average video today that I usually do because, well, I've had to take the day off. You probably noticed from the title of the video, some thieving little shit decided to break in Emma's car on Friday evening, or was it Saturday? No, sorry, Sunday evening, stealing her handbag out of the car. Now, cut a long story short, it wasn't even her car, it was actually a courtesy car from the garage, because on Friday afternoon, Emma's car decided to start playing up. It'd been playing up a little bit. The engine management light had been coming on now and again, and it had been going into limp mode. Restarting it stopped that happening, but on Friday it seemed to be getting worse and cut out itself. So I went to pick Emma up, followed her all the way to the garage, dropped the car off. The guy gave her a courtesy car so Emma, as being a carer and driving to people's houses all the time, could carry on working. Now, it wasn't the best of cars. It was like a 20-odd-year-old Ford Fiesta, but nonetheless it was a car so she can carry on working. So off she went Sunday evening. Then she rang me up, just gone tea time, and said the car's been broken into, nicked her handbag. Now, she has since had a little look. Obviously it was dark. She managed to find her coat, which was hiding the handbag. She knows it was silly of her to do it, but you know, you don't expect it. She wasn't even out of the vehicle for very long. But anyway, it's been done. Now, what I'm trying to do today is find the handbag. So I've come back to the scene of the crime. I'm literally in the same spot because the glass is on the floor from her window behind me. And I'm going to go up the alleyway where she found her coat. Now, I want to try and get this bag back, and hopefully the contents, because the problem we had is that, you know what women are like, they carry their whole life in a handbag, and Emma's no different. So a driving licence, a purse with all her cards, her club cards, credit cards, bank cards, store cards, all that sort of stuff. But more importantly, driving licence got an address on, and I also, in the bag was her house keys and the keys to our minibus. So Sunday afternoon, straight away when Emma rang me, I got rid of the minibus because you never know, they might want to come and take it. Hopefully it was just chances and they lobbed it in a bush, which hopefully I might find. But just in case they didn't, I've hid the minibus away from the house and try and work out, if I can't find this bag and the key, to get the keys recut or locks changed or something. I've since changed the front door lock. That was the only key that Emma had for the house. I've changed that lock, so there's no worries there. That's all done. So what I'm going to do is I've dropped Emma off at one of her customers, patients, so she can go and care for them for an hour. And I'm going to look these streets and see, hopefully, if I can find the handbag. So I'll show you on the map where I am and where the car is and what happened. Right, so obviously Google Maps, the blue dot is where I am. It's right at the other end of town away from me. I've actually worked down here before. It's a lovely little area in a lovely little village on the outskirts of the main town centre. But the trouble is, just across the road, literally where I'm going here, put the little pin there, take the pin off. So this area all along these houses is not the best of areas. If I zoom in, so I'm parked here, and just here is the alleyway of where Emma found her coat. So what I'm going to do is head up here. They've either gone left or right. Now I'm assuming, because over the road here, just up here across the road, this estate is not the best known estate in our town. It is known for its petty, stupid crime and theft. So I think I'm going to come up the alleyway, head left and go that way. And yeah. But obviously there's not a lot of leaves or anything on the bushes and the trees. So at night time, yeah, you could quickly go and dump it and it won't be seen, but in the daylight it could be seen quite easily. Now, I've not seen anything come up on Facebook. The police have been informed, they've not been in touch at all, so chances are I'm not going to find this. Like I said, I don't really want, this side of Christmas, the expense of having to change all the locks on the minibus. So I'm going to get out. I've got an hour to walk these streets to hopefully try and find this handbag, and hopefully it's got, that's the key. The key is the most important thing. Like I said, all the cards have been cancelled. It is just the key for the minibus that I want back. So I'm going to tog up because it's really cold, and hopefully go and find a handbag. Right, so I've gone up the alleyway where Emma found her coat, and I've turned left and gone that way. I've been checking as many bins. There's some shops around the corner, so I've had to check the bins, but obviously you can't see right in them unless you actually put your hand in them, which I'm not doing. Or I might actually put my phone over with a torch on and try and film in there or take a picture so I can have a look. I've looked in many wheelie bins as I can that are like not off the beaten track as such, so ones that you'd quickly lift the lid and drop a handbag in if you were trying to dispose of a handbag. but I couldn't see nothing, so I crossed the road to go to the dark side. There is some e-scooters up there, which I thought about jumping on one of them, but I checked the Voi e-scooter app, and that whole area is out of bounds. You can't take the scooters in that area, which is understandable really, because it's a shithole. But I can bring them this way, so I might bring one back this way, but again, you're not allowed to ride them on footpaths, and I need to go up and down alleyways on footpaths, and I don't want to get myself in trouble. So I'm going to go back up the alleyway, head right this time, and see if they went that direction. I'm just, you know, I've got a good feeling about this, but you just never know. So keep walking. It's bloody cold, so keep walking. Well, I've run out of time now. I need to go and pick Emma back up from her call, which is about 5 minutes around the corner. So, like I said, I've gone left, I've gone right, I've gone quite far. I've looked through as many wheelie bins as I can, looked in bushes, can't see anything. I was hoping to find some kind of evidence from her bag. Obviously, you know what a woman's bottomless pit looks like. There's deodorants and there's lip balms and painkillers. There's all sorts in there. So I was hoping to find something that I'd recognise that'd be spilt out the bag in the vicinity that I've been, and I have been quite far, but I haven't found anything at all, which suggests to me that they haven't actually rummaged through it on the walk, on the move. They've actually gone somewhere to go through the bag. So I'm going to go and pick Emma up and bring her back here, and she can show me exactly where the coat was found, and then we can go from there and split up and have another look. Failing that, you know, that's all we can do, unless someone hands it in. Well, back home now. Emma and I looked around for probably nearly another 2 hours, and it's like looking for a needle in a haystack. But honestly, the place is an absolute dump. I wouldn't want to live there. And like I said, it's a 50-50 choice of which direction they went up the alleyway. So we've had to give up. We spoke to a few people. They're sort of like checked CCTV, that sort of thing, but we could be there forever and not find it. So the next step is we're going to have to work out how much it's going to cost to have the locks changed on the minibus, because I can't really bring that back home knowing, I mean, there probably were chances, it's probably binned off by now, no one knows, but there is that possibility that they might just let the dust settle, because they have the address and they have a key, maybe give it a couple of weeks and then travel down, probably I think it's about six or 7 miles, the area from my house. They might travel down here and have a look to see what they can do. But I suppose the only lucky thing is the key is exactly the same as the key to my van, which is just a normal Renault key. So it's exactly the same as this key, exactly. So if they come down here and try and press the button and it obviously doesn't unlock my van, and try and put the key in and it doesn't turn in the barrel, it might scare them off. But we don't want to take that risk, do you know what I mean? Not going to take it. So back home now, probably got about half an hour before school run. Emma's got a car back, it's not been fixed. He cannot find the problem. The code's not showing what it could be. He drove it all weekend and nothing happened to him in the car. So he's actually ordered the two, I can't remember what they were, but he's ordered two sensors that he believes that it could be. He said it's not the turbo. He did fear it could be the turbo, but he's said it's not the turbo. So hopefully these sensors will fix it. So when they arrive, it'll go back in and have the sensors done, and fingers crossed that'll be done and dusted. So Emma's going to go back to work, possibly tonight or first thing in the morning. So I noticed when I picked her up the other day when she did break down that she'd had a headlight bulb out. So I'm going to change that, get that ready for her so she can do one school run, I'll do the other school. So thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next one. Bye.
Driving on the road like I'm the only one. Shooting to the green, I talk a hole in one. Bible on the dash, they with the holy one. I know I put in work, they didn't notice none. Switch gears, clubhouse, took me 6 years. Marble floors, gold trim, feel like I'm Richie Rich. Italian leather, French suede, I mix the fist sick. Quick loss, take a risk, we play for the win. Might spend $1 million at the rug store like man afford. But making purchases you can't afford.